Hello, 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 hello. Let's try this again. Hello, hello, hello. Trying to see what's going on around here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Nah, something happened. Like I started and then everything stopped. And then it went back like.
But it's live and recording right now, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we in effect. I'm just,
what the heck? Then, that was a glitch in the matrix right there. So
no doubt.
Thing is everything today. Got
no
the
doubt.
The homie should probably be up here in a minute, busting through the door.
Oh yeah, Drake.
Yeah, he's wild like that, man. He's wild. He's a wild guy. So anyhow, we are live and direct. The great Heyward-CPA live stream. You got the fire going back there.
Got the red light district.
Mm-hmm. Everything is good. It's been 2 whole weeks since we been on here. We in the actually we technically could have one more show.
Yeah, we could.
Let's see. We'll let y'all know. Something will be broadcast on the 28th.
Absolutely.
But we're here. Another episode. Another day of spending time. We could plug the other joint, man. We're a week away from launching. Not even a week. It might be this weekend. Actually, I might try to get it up by tomorrow. Beyond Next. Another one.
There's another one.
Another production with our colleagues and friend of the show, Marcus Fryer, along with the Bernie Mac of the finance industry,
Mr. Brooks.
He is.
We call him Mr. for something because that's his first name, Mr.
Mr.
Brooks.
Leonard is his middle name. Their first name is Mr.
Right.
Man, so very interesting. It's going to be more of a mid-form type show with just dealing with this more reinforcement of some of the things that come up here. Talk about things that goes there, because one of our goals this year is to continue to have these conversations so that these conversations become more commonplace. In fact, we want the conversations to become boring to the point that you're like, oh, I know that already. Then we could talk about some more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing. So let's look for that soon. We'll link it from here. We'll have it on the YouTube. No, not the YouTube, but YouTube channel. And look for that. I think you will enjoy it. It's pretty cool. We recorded it. We recorded it last week. And Marcus was looking like Nat King Cole though, for real. His setup was like I thought he was just about to bust out, start singing.
Yeah, the socks in the back, and
Oh yeah, he was chilling. I was like, darn, my joint was like, I'm like, wow, okay, the presentation matters. And it was like, Merry Christmas to you. I was like, dang, that. All right, so never mind what we was talking about. But yes, good morning. Good morning. We have a good morning over here. Good morning. Hello. How are you? That is the infamous #1 fan of the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good morning.
Yeah, on there, under various aliases.
Mm-hmm.
So never going. Well, number one, number two. I don't know what my man is.
Oh, yeah. He'll probably gonna pop in shortly.
Yeah, my man showed up. He had us messed up in the game, man. So, so today I have to get the text together to discuss. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna put what it is on here. Book of the week. It's really book of the bye week. I guess it's book of the week. But it's a great book for people, and it goes into what we talk about. Yeah, I'm putting it in. I mean, see, ladies and gentlemen,
we're in live production mode right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that up on the stage. I'm gonna tell the producers to get this up on the stage. So we're gonna get this up here so you can see. But book of the week, The Checklist Manifesto by Dr. Atul Gawande. Excellent book. Excellent book. And it has some key points that I think apply to a lot of stuff we discuss all the time on this show. I mean, the first point that comes out of it, which is outstanding, is life never goes the way you plan. I mean, that's, I can't even,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
for sure.
Like it's always like that. So
I found the book. I found it very interesting, to your point, but I found it very interesting on actually why he wrote the book. Because when you think about even the name of the book and the basis of the what is in the book, based off of his profession, why he wrote the book. He wrote the book to improve everyone's emergency room visit time, process, and procedures.
Very
so
interesting.
And that's what he talks about that in the book. That was his experience to leading into the book. It was like, okay, if somebody comes into the emergency room, you're doing this, and you're doing that. So, folks, the long story short is, if you wonder why you're in the emergency room for whatever it is, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, there's a checklist that you have to go through. And a checklist based off of your condition is a minimum of 120 checkpoints that everyone has to go through. And if you're there a lot longer because they're shorthanded, that means a certain part of the checklist wasn't checked off, and they can't move forward until that part of the checklist is checked off. And hence into the checklist manifesto to make sure that nothing is missed and that things move smoothly. I mean, timing isn't obviously a thing, right? It can be very annoying at times just sitting around the emergency room. However, to make sure the checks and balances are in place and that they don't miss anything, there's a process to the checklist that they must go through. So that's why I say it's a very interesting book. It's very well written. The checklist manifesto on how you should use it in your individual life as well as business is paramount. So I would behoove everyone to just check it out.
That's big. That's big. Wow. What I'm saying was some of the key points, because we all about summaries here too.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. But that's good backstory on there. And so, I mean, just pulling some of the let's just look at the 3 points. because it does specifically get into medicine and aviation. And in fact, my wife's uncle is a real live pilot. He was an Air Force pilot, jet pilot, but he flies his plane. Like, he comes back east, he flies out here, like literally flies out here in his own plane. And she went up with him one time, and my man by himself, whatever, he still the checklist, like just bam, 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 bam. That's him flying by himself.
Right.
Big shouts to Drake breaking out. He just left. If you didn't saw him, he just left on my left shoulder. He just broke out. And so, some things that stand out from the book, like I said, life never goes the way you plan. And the best laid plans are, once you execute, something's gonna come up. I mean, I've never seen a plan written one way and executed to perfection based on what was written. You might execute it to perfection based on your adjustments. But as for that, part of being human is the ability to fail. Now, that's big. I think we will come back to that, because that seems like something you could pontificate on, and how a simple checklist can reduce the chances of failure. All right. And the last one I want to say that stuck out to me: use checklists to make you think twice. Now that's pretty good. I mean, using the checklist, and we find it, so we use it in accounting. In theory, we use it, but we got to get better. That's one of the things that Nicole and I actually talked about yesterday. Like, we're going to discipline our whole process. It's not like a one person thing, because the biggest culprit is me, but like that, I'm but getting to training yourself to go off checklists.
Right.
There's a training period.
There's a discipline to it.
Oh, it's a complete discipline to it. So in the last couple of weeks, I actually, just on my daily checklist or my task checklist, I've stepped up productivity, because I've trained myself to actually follow the checklist. One thing that I find is that the checklist sometimes is too condensed. So you'll have a checklist like do marketing, hypothetically. Well, that's not a task.
No, it's not.
That's not like a task that's broken down.
The idea.
Yeah, it's like, it's something. It's a mission. That's a mission. That's not. It doesn't get to the tactical level, as we like to talk about here. So, I find for me in checklists, is the more tactical the checklist can be, the more I can build a habit off of it. Right. But I've had things like even I had part of it is like, look at the online advertising. So I got online advertising. That's a category. That's not like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. So one thing about, you have to, with this thing, you got to learn how to use task lists. You have to learn how to build them. You have to learn to make them effective for yourself. So that's really what one of the things, my takeaways, but that part of being human and failing thing is really deep. Right. Because I mean, if you in the game, you gonna fail at something. I mean, like I failed at not buying this morning. He ain't got no sponsorship. A lot of product placement on this show, man.
Soon come.
Yeah, but the product placement is ridiculous around here. But that's what it is. But checklists, they apply to anything. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it provides a repeatable process to minimize mistakes, and hence your double checking of a checklist, right? It's like, measure 10 times, cut once. right? And and to the other point, getting really specific, it's an exercise that you can get good at down the road once you stay consistent. But how many of us just jot something down, put something in our phone, text somebody, a to do, but it's not really a to do, it's really a vague idea or a thought, right? And and then there's sub to dos in the to dos. So you got a task and subtask. So helping to identify that helps,
but taking the time to actually go back
and check it. Yeah, that's the key.
Stuff. Yeah, that's
the key. That's the key.
Yeah, that's something people don't, because a lot of this stuff, when we talk about it with business, though, a lot of it is, I'm going to stop saying that things they're not easy. They're not natural. So,
right. Makes sense.
Given a choice, you're like, we're inclined to take the shortest route.
Right.
So when you put guardrails, I've been using the term guardrails a lot. When you put guardrails on yourself, there's a challenge to start adhering to the guardrails.
Right.
Like it's really a challenge, because you came up with the guardrails, so there's no one checking you on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no one is like, so you have to be like, I'm going to stick to this. And it takes a certain level of discipline and commitment to set on something you put on yourself. I think that's the essence of, accountability. All these words come up all the time, these self-help places and what happens so much, just like the checklist, they're big time ideas, they're big time concepts, but we don't get into, the depths of how to get things. How do you get to a lower level, and how do you get out of stuff? Right. So I think I just came up with the topic for today, but that's how you get out of it. It's falling off of this checklist stuff, but takes a lot of work, people. Takes a lot of work to be successful. And interestingly enough, those of us that are in the workforce, a lot of these skills relate to that as well. And you're doing your job, and you got, you get trained to do your job, but you come up with a way that you actually do the job. You handle it. You start creating your own situation, not to go off script with the organization, but you do things that are like, this is how I execute day in, day out. This is how I execute.
Right.
You got control of that, I always say, I think people got the right to work how they want to work, so like that. But yeah, so that's the checklist manifesto. But go check it out. You can get an Audible, you can get Kindle, or you can use a app like Blinkist or Headway to check the summary. Any final thoughts?
There either. No sponsor. No.
I mean, it's that's all right though. But that shows that we real. Because I could easily just be like, nah, I'm not going to tell you where to find it.
I would say this book, we talk about a lot of books. We use a lot of books. We apply a lot of methodologies to books and things of that nature. I would say that this book was paramount in not only why a checklist is important, but the case study that they use behind it, which is the medical industry and aviation, just as you had mentioned, right? And if you think about a lot, again, one of us for the most part has visited a hospital or emergency room, whether for ourselves or loved ones, right? Most of us have traveled, whether it be by plane, train, or whatever, automobile, right, or boat, right? And so if we actually read this book has allowed me to understand why things are the way they are from the front, because I'm not on the back end of the operational aspect. You know, what does it take to actually take a flight or to travel? You know what I mean? Putting your life in the hands of others. What do they have to do? What's holding them accountable in order to move through the process? So it's kind of the same when you think about it from a business perspective and you have clients. And this allows you to kind of, you know, judge your processes and judge your core values and the cultures and your deliverables, which equals out to the customer experience. You know what I mean? As well as the, you know, for those that have employees, the employee experience as well, because the employee experience is good. Is the most important piece to making sure your customer experience is good. Right. So, but yeah, check it out. You know, as James has mentioned, definitely check it out. Even if you take the short version of it, right? You'll check it out and you know, hopefully something will jump out that you can apply and just kind of work through it, man. It's you know, all of this stuff is we just working through. How can we get better? How can we improve what we're doing? How can we make it second nature to what we're doing and so on? That's all.
Yep. Another chance to learn and implement. Is another chance. It's another chance to get better. You know, that's my thing. Get better, which is what prompted the thought. And there's actually a biz therapy. I almost made a new name.
What is wrong?
Biz therapy. Biz therapy. I was making a new word. Biz therapy. That's what it was. Well, I know how to say biz therapy, but I was saying biz therapical.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Like therapeutical. I mean, therapeutic. Therapeutical. Look at you. Got me. It's like a yawn. I yawn, you yawn, you yawn, exactly. I yawn.
Go like that. Yeah. That's what we're doing here. Right. So I just going deeper. Because we talk about process. We talk a lot about process on this show here. Talk a lot about process. You know what's funny? We don't talk that much about accounting on here, which is really funny if you think about it. But we talk all about process. That's because and we talk a lot. Well,
we have in the in our early stages of of our show, but we try not to lull people to sleep either. You know what I mean?
I know. Plus,
but
if you really
2025, stay tuned. We got some counting topics coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
Coming full
maybe it's some short things. We got to do short content for that, so that people don't, fall out. But what we do is, here's the thing. And this week, some stuff that goes on, and it led to us getting things popping. First, I want to say, I had to change this little title thing. Well, actually, you probably can do it too. But the Biz Therapy website is live. It is live and direct at biztherapycoaching.com. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is here. Big announcement that we didn't plan on.
Are you doing it? I was going to put it in, but it's all good.
Oh, you can put it in. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it up. Oh boy. Ow. So right here. Get all the coaching you need.
Don't even do it to yourself, son.
What? I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Get all the coaching. Look, this is our newly launched Biz Therapy website. It's here. It's going down. We have 2 young ladies on there that are politicking, but coaching you to small business success. Oh, don't do it to me. Yeah, you know it was about to come, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So So, this is the website. This is a great thing that we have here. And as I said, we're promoting. There's two things we're promoting in 2025 because we've listened to you, even though you didn't know we were listening. But we listened to you.
Yeah, we did.
And we've been, as we say, in the lab to figure out, what's good for our people, and to help them.
And we have partnered with and work with other business owners to really dive deep into what it takes, what the experiences are, what it takes.
Yeah.
Hence, to your point of listening, taking notes.
Yeah, we've done. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be messing with some stuff here, so you can see it, so you can see the words. So look, we got it going down. So we've mentioned biz therapy, but now we're really here to let everybody know about biz therapy. Get people to get biz therapy. The website is up. Very easy to remember, biztherapycoaching.com. To go there. Now, we're going to take this as a slight infomercial from somebody in a second, but it's your partner in business success. We want to empower small business owners and basically coach you up to get to the point of what you want to achieve. So, I can't, I want to talk about the programs we have. And the big thing is we have one coming up. There's a 12-week group coaching cohort starting January 9th. That's right, January 9th. So I want to take some time on this episode here to discuss what's going to happen there and discuss and give some information on why you should do it. What's in it for me? With them, one of your favorite terms. What's in it for me? Why would you do this? And I'm going to start off by saying, look, you can go to the website and look at all this stuff. It'll tell you. I'll briefly go over the bullet points. You get expert guidance, peer support, actionable strategies, increased confidence, lasting growth. It's a 12 weekly group coaching section. All of them these are going to be online in the first deal. Workshops, exercises, access to exclusive resources and materials, and ongoing support in the community. So look, this is important because people start businesses and they're, we talk about it. They're great technicians. They know what they're doing. Excellent. Know exactly what they're doing. But very few programs or training courses or whatever you have cross-train you to run a business. Heck, very few business courses teach you how to run a business. They tell you what's supposed to happen, but you don't necessarily know what's supposed to go on. So when you're here in the world and you're working on a business, and things could be going good. You don't always need the help when things are going bad. Things can be going good, but you just don't have a voice to discuss certain things with. Now, I've said it a couple of times. Speaking to our family it's a different, unless your family is unless your family is in the BI, like we all the way live. We down. We doing it all. But a lot of times people aren't. Their spouse might work somewhere else, whatever. You don't have somebody to bounce things off of. You just don't have somebody to talk to about things. And this is where biz therapy really helps, because it starts putting guardrails, what we talked about earlier, and some structure into your business operation. And it gives you a place for you to learn not just learn external information, but learn internal information about yourself and your business and where you want to go. Where you're in an environment where somebody will ask you about not just how's the business, because that's like how you been, like how's everybody as you mature in your business deal. Look, you'll learn how to, you'll have standard answers for that one. You'll be like, how's business? Business is good. It's all right. Whatever. It could be, you could have like negative $3,800 in your account. You'll be like, oh, it's good. It's all right. Because no one really wants to hear that it's not good unless they're haters. No one wants to hear that not good. So you're going to say that. But to go in where somebody says, okay, look, how your sales doing? So on and so forth. How's your staff? How's your team? What's going on? All right. Remember when we did this exercise here, did we implement that? No, I know. Blah, 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 blah. Accountability, people. Accountability. To go ahead and be there. But this is an investment in your own business. Because how many of us have operating officers or C-suite level people to bounce things off of?
C-suite, what does that mean?
Whatever. C-suite, CEOs, CFO, COO, CMO, CXO, C whatever O. Yeah, CO. Some people got them. They got CO. Like, yo. True. Not many people don't have that. So what the biz therapy program is about, it's about going into something and getting into a program, investing in something to give you more clarity on what you're doing. That's my little rant on it. But here's the piece de resistance. And we will get words from the coach himself, the one that can lead you to where you want to go. That's it right here. And I will bring him up because you will be led by this man right here. This man right here will tell you, I want you to look right here, the head coach. He's the head coach, biz therapy head coach. We playing the game, people. This is your head coach. He's there to look at it. Look at that. That's like winning the championship right there, that picture. That's it. He's pointing at his family at the winning championship. And he too can lead you to your championship, which with his process, you are going to define what winning is because only you can define what winning is. No one else can define it. So now that I've done all the ranting rant, and in fact, I could bring it down so we could bring you in full screen now. So we don't, but like, for half a second though, we got to highlight that. Look at that, man. Look at that. The head coach, your head coach, Kory H. Franklin. Everybody. So right there, you know what I'm saying? Right there. Like, yeah, we got to get the claps there. There you go. The head coach is in the building right now. And so I'm going to take this opportunity now that I went and blabbered on about this program. Get an opportunity for you to talk from your point of view about biz therapy. And let's talk about the cohort that's launching on January 9th. It's on you. Turn my mic off and stuff.
I mean, you pretty much said it all. Biz therapy, it was born out of necessity, the need for, for improvement, right? When you decide to do something, there's no other options, right? There's choices and then there's decisions. So when you decide to be a business owner, entrepreneur, the road is very, very, it's a strong road. It's a strong decision, and then you learn a lot of things on the way. You see a lot, you feel a lot, you hear a lot, so how do you pack all of that into a carry-on suitcase? right? So you still got to travel with stuff, but how do you travel? You compact it, you make sure it's packed properly, and you have all of the essentials for the trip that you're going to take. And biz therapy lends itself to that. So what was that commercial? I'm not just the hair club for men. I'm not just a patient. I'm a member.
I'm a client.
I'm a client too, right? So I'm a client of oneself. You know what I mean? And hey, good morning. My Lola just came to see me. And so biz therapy allows a lot of different aspects, but more so you're able to talk through what are your concerns. What are you seeing? What are you thinking about? What do you have challenges with? Right? Let's get those concerns. Let's identify what those concerns are, and let's put them where they need to go. Because sometimes we allow our concerns to turn into certain anxieties, and they get misplaced, or we use them as the wrong tool to fix or resolve a problem. And that problem can just be prolonged or not get fixed, or it's a Band-Aid effect, or we get a universal part and not the actual manufactured part for the business. Mm-hmm. And so, we allow a platform for that, as a non-judgment free zone, which is most important. Yes, I'm definitely the head coach, but we have other resources, strategic partners in the ecosystem that we bring to the table, because we want our business owners and we want our people to kind of, not really one size fits all essentially, but when you go into a shopping center, and it's beautiful to park in the middle of the shopping center, and you could do all your shopping in the center and get your footsteps in. So kind of like the same, if that analogy applies, you could get your 10,000 steps in that same, vicinity. But we talk about goals, we talk about systems, but why systems are important. We just talked about the checklist manifesto, right? That's a system. So why are systems important, right? What is the strategy behind the system that you need to execute? What are the intentions behind the system, right? Because goals are targeted based, systems are skill based, and systems are transferable to those situations and or people that you need to put into place. And one of the things that we, if we look at it, man, this is the statistics, because most of us are so far removed from it, but we're experiencing it within our businesses, and we're experiencing it within the community, and then we're seeing it across the world, is the resources that we need. And one of the main resources is funding, right? And so how do we understand what goes into the funding package in order to gain access to that funding? And it's not only financial statements, it's not only the accounting, it's the mindset, it's the risk management, right? There's people like this, investors like to know that there's a certain level of risk, because the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Banks or investors or whoever. But the most important piece to that is how you actually thought through what possible risks are down the road and how it's going to be managed. Because this life we're living is all this 90% risk.
Oh yeah, every day.
It's not, like the challenge of figuring things out when you get a grasp of it. It's kind of cool if you really think about it. Mm-hmm. If you enjoy it in that aspect, right? If you live hopefully, because there's this thing called negativity bias that people that people do naturally, don't really understand it or pay attention to it. So it is a thing, negativity bias. And with negativity bias is you hear something, you see something positive, and you weigh it against a negative aspect, and that negativity bias takes over, and you actually overshadow a positive aspect of what a situation is, a people, person, place, or thing. And so if you can understand how to get past negativity bias and start looking at things in the creative aspect, and the creative aspect is proactive, power of positive thinking, right? And again, these things apply to your business and applies to you as an individual, as the owner. And I know everyone's familiar with the terminology or the usage of learning how to get out of your own way. It's a true thing. So Biz Therapy has a part of the program where we focus on your individual development goals, right? And there's a worksheet for that, because if you can put yourself where you need to be, and you have something that's measurable, that's actionable, that provides insight and allows you to think through, you won't get in the way of your business per se. You will, but you'll understand how you're getting in the way of your business, right? And some of the things that you need to learn, people you need to put into place, systems you need to put into place in order for you to stay out of the way of the business. Because once you start a business, you have now created a heartbeat. It operates off of you as a business owner. However, it does have its own heartbeat, and it's not going to survive by itself without anyone operating it. So whether you're operating it or you get to a position of growth where you're able to hire people to start to put them in positions, and you take off that hat and you give it to that person. Now, how do you train that person up? Because too often we hear, I just do it myself because it's all in my head. That's number one. The other is, I hire people. I had to hire and fire because nobody gets it. Well, as a business owner, now you are a leader. You're not an adjunct leader. You're a full-time leader. And how do you train your people up? Right? What skills, what process you're going to put in place to train your people up to carry the torch forward, right? And be able to, for them to hand off the torch to the next upcoming staff member or generation that comes behind it, because we need to start thinking about our business community as legacies. How do we carry this thing forward? How does it merge in from one business to another business, right? How do we keep the funding, the money that we're making, the funding that we have, the knowledge within our communities? Because once it comes in, it just needs to circulate within. And I know we hear a lot of talk about that, but it's the actual work that needs to be put in. And, loose lips sink ships, right?
Absolutely.
And then we have gatekeepers, right? We keeping it, right on the mark is how we do here. But it's the work, it's the support system, it's the leaning on the shoulders of others that's going to allow you to go and grow, right? To go and grow, and we have to be able to do that. We're in a time in the world right now where FUD is in place. FUD. You said FUD, Kory? FUD.
Yeah, what's
fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now,
the FUD. Yeah.
FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Right? Yeah. But we can get past that if we understand what we're doing, what we're dealing with, and most importantly, how things work, the what and the whys. And we can only do that collectively. Like James and I, we have similar thought processes. he processes things a certain way. I process things a certain way. He does his research. I do my research. He has his skill set. I have mine. But when we come together and we have these, we call them production meetings, but they're not planned. And because we're always looking for how we can move the needle forward, right? What comes out of it is something actionable, because then the next thing you know, we found a resource, or we found a step, whether we implement a new step or we found a step that was broken, because we're trying to always think about how do we move this thing forward. And we don't think about it when we're happy and jolly either. Mm-hmm. Down days, sick days, challenging days, even if family members are going through certain things and we have to be the caretakers, we're still thinking about the business aspect, because being a business owner it's an everyday, every moment thing. If you're taking it seriously like that, if this is just something you're going to kick a can down the road with, we got other platforms for that, freelance work. But, not to beat a dead horse, but I just, I felt just led to just kind of communicate in that aspect. But yeah, check us out at biztherapycoaching.com. Sign up for, our Q1 cohort. We're going to not only have conversations and allow people to express themselves. You get a little bit of free marketing too, for yourselves. You get to talk about, do your pitch, but you also walk away with some really good resources. And
a plan.
And applying resources and implementation, right? Because you will have homework. Don't make no mistake about it. But you'll also gain the relationships with other business owners. You'll learn about other business owners. You'll learn not only that you'll have other business owners to talk to and to meet and to hear their stories, but maybe you guys can do business together, right? And this is how you keep things floating within the community, within the environment, and we don't have to work so hard, right? I mean, we got to hard work is hard because because no one applies the work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then I think, we short, what else too? And then I'm a yield back off of this.
You go yield.
Yeah. For those of us that slack on taking care of ourselves health-wise, being a business owner is going to make you want to be healthy. Let's put it like that, because your energy is not unlimited. You have a certain amount of time with a certain amount of energy at certain parts of the day.
Absolutely.
To push out that energy. And that's, as painful as that sounds from some people, it's actually a benefit if you really think, because you're healthy. What they said, health is wealth. Yeah, we could say that if we go punch a clock every day and we go to the gym, we got fancy clothes on, and we bust down two or three sweat molecules, and we keep it moving, right? We go have a salad. New Year's come around, we in the gym first couple of weeks of the year, and then we fall out soon as the groundhog says it's going to be warm out.
Oh yeah, that pretty much ends it right there. Yep.
Right. But it helps you with your health, and there is believe it or not, the business owners that are on it at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they run until about 12 o'clock at night, are supporting each other in these aspects. So stay tuned, because we're gonna actually have one of my biz therapy clients that has graduated from biz therapy, but he's also a fitness guru of sorts. And we're gonna have him on. Actually, probably at the closeout of the new year, our next episode. We're playing around with that, but we're going to drop him. We're going to allow him drop his base on you guys and kind of talk about what he does, the importance of being a business owner, but most importantly, the importance of health and having a clear mind in order to operate. Because without having a clear mind, none of this stuff that we're talking about is going to work. Your anxiety, stress is going to kick in. Fatigue is going to kick in. Then you're going to hit a wall, and that wall is sometimes not good if you don't use the experience correctly to understand what the wall is. And
absolutely.
So I yield back from there.
You yield back from that. So that was good. That was very good and excellent. But we have a, coming up January 9th, you register now. You understand it's the end of the year. But, honestly, when you're in business, your investment in your business is year round. So you always have to do it. So I'm going to pull up the investment part on here just because, we're focusing on the group. So basically, right now, these are the current rates. If you want to do the monthly payment, it's a 3-month program. It's a monthly payment of $3.99 a month. But if you want to make a full payment before December 31st, you can get it all for $1,000. You get 12 sessions with this man for $1,000. And then the classes right now, the class sizes are manageable. They're good. So you will have access. It's not like you'll just be sitting on this Zoom call, like trying to raise your hand. You ever been in like a big auditorium? And you're like, and finally, they be like, by the time they get to you, someone's already asked you a question, but they didn't ask it the way you wanted to. So now you look crazy because you asking, duplicate. But no, the class sizes are, we're regulating the class sizes because it's important for there to be a social aspect and for people to get comfortable with one another, because we want people to be able to feel free to open, right. Open themselves up and talk about things. So the class sizes are moderate, not too bad. But yeah, we had these 2 plans. So you can enroll now. You go to the website and enroll. If you want to ask some more questions, you can go to the website and schedule a short consultation with the head coach. You could look in and see, if you fit his roster for that quarter. see if it makes sense. But we're really putting that on. We do offer one-on-one coaching as well. But right now, and what's going on, we feel like the cohorts, the group coaching is like what needs to happen. And I mean, it's a good place to be, like, go through the group coaching and then follow that up with individual sessions as you go. I will tell you, I've had coaches. I had life coach. I've done life coaching. I had a couple of, marketing coaches and things like that. And it's easier to feel like it's an expense going to the ether. You just spend the money in the ether, but you cannot undervalue what it takes to have people to talk to. And often it's times you need someone to talk yourself where you want to be. So it's invaluable. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but you're going to hear about it here moving forth. It's a big thing. I think it's good. We really feel like it. And most of all, just to put a pin in all of it, is that we're trying to address the human aspect of running a business. Okay. There are times where you will feel like an absolute failure. Period. You like, man, this thing ain't working. What I'm doing this for? I don't know, this, holidays is a rough time for some people because you got people come, they just got their bonuses, or they about to get their bonuses. Not many, some people, but some people are doing well. There's always a time when people are doing well, something, you hear it, and they're this and that, and, people, I just, bought a new house or whatever. And you sitting here like, man, I got to make my payroll this week. And I don't really know what's up. Or if you're for self, I gotta figure out how to pay for my mortgage or pay my rent or something like that. And we start getting that shadow of failure coming upon us. You start saying, oh, and it can negate everything that you've done. You know, business is cyclic. You know, this is cyclic. So who do you talk to? And who can help you out of it? It's more than just talking. The techniques that the head coach here has brought up are the ones that help you, guide you away. You got a map. Sometimes you got to go back to your map. Say, wait a minute, how do I figure these things out? Once you commit and go. But anyway, I'm not the teacher.
I want you to throw this up on the screen real quick.
Oh, go ahead and throw it up there. Does it give you the chance to?
No, I'm not even gonna play around with it. I'm just sending it to you.
Oh,
check your Slack.
Oh yeah, well, let me check my Slack. It was,
you just flash them on. This is what they're gonna receive at the end of it. Oh
boy. Oh boy. So this is the piece de resistance of after you go through
sir,
the gauntlet.
Yes, sir.
after you go through the gauntlet,
yes, sir.
You get one of these. So that's how it works, huh? So
that's how it's going down.
This is how we're gonna sign off. We're gonna yeah, let me see if I can get something going on here. I'll pull it up, and so we can show everybody what's your goal, and you also be part of a community. Once you complete the cohort, you don't just go away. It's not just like, oh, peace. It's been real.
Yeah, right.
You're actually part of a community. So you get this here, part of the community, get your official certification, you run around. And most importantly, you win. Hey, your business wins. You tell people, hey, they're over there, they help us. Biz therapy really helped me change the way that I think about my business. It helped me look at it. It helped me get into business, like get into it, like really get it, so you go from, I ain't mad at her. So, you need that, you need something to put you down, get down into your stuff, get down into your business and get into the nooks and crannies and really keep your head on the path to success throughout the trials and tribulations that come up. So anyhow, that's what's going on. I yield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So we are here, but as I said, biztherapycoaching.com is live. Go there, sign up. If you have extra questions, you can schedule a brief call to ask any questions, and then we can, and then we'll have the registration forms up this weekend. If you ready to go, bam, hit it. We'll have that up. Yup. By the time you see this, so we'll be up there. But that being said, we got one more for the year, buddy. One more. Wow. What a year. I think we'll save for that. We'll save that. We'll get some special guests to come in and do that.
Yeah, just everyone take the time to go through what you didn't achieve for 2024 and see if it's even achievable. And flip it over to 2025 and maybe dive a little bit deeper into some specific goal setting, system setting. What systems do you need to put in place? What hat can you take off that you you can provide oversight for, but you don't have to do it manually every single day. Right? What are some of the things that's going to help you move you individually as well as business wise, right? Professionally. So just write it down. It doesn't have to be in any particular cadence or order. Just write it down. Just, what is not written down doesn't exist. I learned that terminology a long time ago. Yep. If it's not written down or saved somewhere, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. And
the thought is fleeting. Thoughts are fleeting. So,
yep.
Yeah.
So we good to go. All right, then. So with that being said, a couple things we went over just to wrap up the deal. Look out for Beyond Next, Success Simplified, which will be up in the next couple of days, but we'll link it. It'll be an affiliate show to us. And Biz Therapy. Get it for if you know a business owner that's like you celebrating on the holiday and they sitting in the corner just not saying nothing. They might want to get some Biz Therapy. Might want to do that. Get it for it. Get it as a gift. Enroll. It's really affordable for what we're talking about. Okay. Breaks down to with the full pay is about $100 per session, which is, for this guy's time, that's a complete bargain. You see what I'm saying? So we encourage you to do it. I know we don't do a lot of hard selling, which we don't.
But we're not selling. We're trying to make a point.
No, we're making a point. It's an investment. Complete investment.
Yeah.
We're availing ourselves to assist you in being successful. And because we like seeing people win too. It's not a joke out here. So anyhow, you can rewind this and listen to it again. But we're about to be out. Middle of December. All right, everybody. It's getting a little chilly. Some places it's 75 degrees. Who knows? Global warming. We don't know what's going on. So we out of here. In 2 weeks, we will holler. The deuces shall be chucked up upon now.
Peace.